welcome. It's Dayna, and I'm sitting underneath one of my favorite trees. It's a cherry tree that my dad planted, and we planted it many years back with my sister and my brother for my mom on Mother's Day. And we used to have another tree right next to it. It was another cherry tree, but we had to take it out because it was a different color and a different size, and it wasn't growing as well as this one, which happens to be so beautiful. And so I think my mom decided to remove it from the property. There was something that was not so right with the internal structure, and wasn't in very good health. But this cherry tree is so beautiful. You can see, you can just take a look up, and it has beautiful blossoms during the springtime. In May, I think it blooms, or April, and it's so pretty to just sit underneath while I'm here home in Connecticut. I've had a really beautiful time hanging out with family and friends, and today's kind of one of the first days where I'm able to just sit and relax a bit since I've been on the go. And I've spent a lot of time going from one place to the next to spend time with people that I really love and care about, so I'm grateful for that. I've also spent a lot of time by the water and down at our family's shore house, and also went to Newport for an overnight getaway by the water, which is one of my favorite places. And it's a wonderful place in nature where you can go to calm yourself, to connect with the energies and the elements, to open up to your sensory experiences and just listen to the sounds that are created by the waves, by the shoreline, by the rocks, by the animals, insects, birds that make the shore their home. And this is just a really beautiful place where I think a lot of people find peace and can be themselves. Yeah, so it's one of my favorite places in nature. That and sitting underneath a wonderful tree. So today I wanted to chat a little bit about the word strength. And it's been coming up for me in the last few days. The word strength in Sanskrit is called bala, and that may be familiar to you with the asana balasana. So that also means child's pose. And when we do Ayurvedic consultations, we are doing a comprehensive examination to understand a person and their energies. And one specific area that we look at is the strength of that person. So not only in terms of their physical strength, but their mental strength. And this is referred to as bala. So the strength that is within the mind, and sort of that personal willpower, or ability to be disciplined, the ability to adhere to certain practices. And so a person's internal strength will be sort of a sounding point in their ability to follow a plan or a protocol that either a doctor or a Vaidya or a practitioner will suggest. If the mental strength is lower on a person, meaning their ability to follow a plan or protocol, then there will be a challenge to create shifts and changes. And this can be something very interesting to take a look at yourself. in terms of your own inner strength and your ability to adhere to practices and routines and having routines in your life. And if you're very capable of, creating routines and habits for yourself that are beneficial, that in it of itself will allow you to be stronger. So I'm not really sure what the reason is that, the last few days I've been looking at this word bala. It's such a beautiful word, and there's even an herb in Ayurveda called bala that we use specifically to help build muscle tissue, to help the nervous system, enhance the nervous system, and it's used in childhood, in oils, in certain oils to help tone muscles and build strength. And so why the word strength, and why is it something that's been coming up for me in the last couple days? And I keep sort of pondering, taking some time where I'm like, thinking about it, and then not thinking about it, and not so much getting caught up in why, but just letting things unfold. And I remember when I was growing up, I used to really love India Ari. She was such a great artist, and still is. And when I was growing up, she was this very powerful woman, and she had this song of strength, courage, and wisdom. And I always felt like, wow, that's really what is, the definition of somebody who is grounded. The internal strength, internal courage, and internal wisdom that all of us have. We are all capable, and we all have those three things. And I think what the bridge that connects all three of those is truth, is the truth that exists in all of us. And there's an opportunity for everybody to uncover truth to what is in the universe, in our existence. And I think each person will potentially desire to uncover truth at maybe different times in their life, maybe different lifetimes, but for sure the process of uncovering truth, or recognizing truth, or knowing truth happens for people in stages, and it's like an evolutionary process. I think that when we connect to our own internal strength, that just points to connecting to our own internal wisdom that's located in each and every one of our cells. So that makes up our whole complete being. And sometimes when internal strength shifts, it's due to a change in the wisdom, in the cellular wisdom, and cells are not performing up to par or to their best ability. And another way I like to look at strength is the immune health, and our immune system health, and our body's ability to ward off things that come inside us that want to proliferate and take over and procreate and replicate. And our body's immune health is there to help stop those outside invaders from coming in. And immune health is one of the the most important things, you know, in terms of being balanced and having a good setup and wisdom in all the cells that are there to help keep the whole human energies balanced and flowing and protected, is something that in Ayurveda happens. What happens is the immune health can lower due to many things, and with a lot of autoimmune disorders and chronic illness, the immune health can also lower, and so the internal strength also lowers. So I'm sort of on this plan, you know, now dealing with you know, an autoimmune disorder myself, and how I'm able to maybe shift and change the internal cellular wisdom back to, or moving forward to, a place of replicating and supporting and protecting my whole physical structure in a way that it's not used to doing. And, you know, I don't necessarily want to go back. You know, you can't go back. You always have to move forward. So, you know, I've been meditating and practicing on intention, and the intention that every cell in my body has strength, and that every cell in my body has the ability to protect and to serve the greater good, to band together with its friends, with its enemies, to band together and come together to help the functioning as a whole. And so what I'd like for you to do, you know, if you're working through any challenges in your life, and maybe particularly any autoimmune disorder or chronic illness, is go ahead and sit with yourself 5 minutes per day. And, you know, using the mantra. A mantra is a word or a phrase that you can say to yourself over and over in repetition, and, you know, choosing either the word strength or the word bala to help proliferate, spread, okay, throughout your whole body. So each cell receives that, the balance of grace, the balance of gentleness, and, you know, inner knowing, inner wisdom, inner courage, and support from you, support from not only your mind, but the inner spirit and inner soul on a soul level. So this is a lot of deep work that you can do for yourself, and just spending 5 minutes a day with this intention, this positive intention, I believe will be a great source of help to create change, create positive change in your life. So I guess that just needed to come out. And I'm really glad I got to share all this information about strength with you today. So inner strength, inner knowing. And so have a beautiful day. Thank you.